Hello, and thank you so much for my TBC live broadcast number 179. This is my second live broadcast of today. My name is Stephen Tyrone Coffey. It's a pleasure to be with you today. And I want to thank you. I don't know if that little Kayla is watching me, but if she is, hello, Kayla, from here, from Hampton, from this actual location where I'm located. And my loved one that always supports me, as well as my friend that always that watches me, and people who support me. I'd like to thank you all. Okay. Well, one thing I want to discuss today is something that my friend Brandon Wilson did a special live broadcast today, that he went over our actual mission statement of the Billion Coin. And that's something I'm going to do. But before I do that, I want to just check on our blog, because I did check it and we do a new blog post that my friend Mbek Derek of Cameroon did. An awesome showing today. The people of Cameroon are on the ball, and I like to show it to you. So let's begin. Let's go do a screen share. Okay. Well, first of all, before we go there, let's look here. There's a big event that was put on today by uh, I, 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 our leader in India, Patan Kumar, put on today. Okay, and these are TV stations that actually presented today on September the 9th. Okay, I need to thank you all for the event that you put on today. I'm sure they have already had it by now. I know they had something going on yesterday as well, and I'm sure that will probably be posted on the blog at some point. All right, if this event probably will be as well. Okay, the same event I'm speaking of. But excellent job, um, Batan Kumar of India, who actually does a Sinbad meeting on Tuesday in Hindi. Excellent job there. All right. Okay, this is oh gosh, this is incredible. This apparently happened today, I believe. I believe it was today that it said TV is just more than gold. It says Imek Derek champions in charge ahead of Cameron. This is a group of people that actually Randy and I will be seeing in November. Hopefully, if everything go well with the RSPs and people actually pay for the event, because they are well overbooked. Okay, they're excited for us to come to talk about cash flow, a cash flow conference, and so we will go through that. Okay, all right, okay. TBC is just more than gold. I'm going to play this. I don't know whether you can hear it from my laptop or not, but I'm gonna just play it. You may not, if you don't hear it too well, that's okay. But if you go to blog.thebillioncoin.info, you can surely play this. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are again at the Chicago Conference Hall. We had a wonderful TBC seminar with all my TBC family. TBC, Okay. So see how excited they are? These people, I don't know if you heard it, but they were very excited about the TBC conference that they had. You see what the impact he has over his people in Cameroon to spread the word of TBC. He is doing a superb job. Thank you, my brother Mbeg Derek from Cameroon. Can't wait to see you, brother. Hopefully in November. Okay? All right. Now, let me go here and go to mission. Let's go to our mission statement. And, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I go over this mission statement at least once a week on my live broadcast. All right? But I'm going to go through it You know, Randy went through it and just went through this, okay? Let's just go through this. And I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna just go through and read it like I normally do. Let's go to the first sentence. Our mission, and that's our mission of the Billion Coin, called TBC, is to serve one another with love and respect and use the Billion Coin to lift humanity out of hunger, poverty, and misery. Now let's think about that for a minute. What are we going around? What's happening in the United States, for example, and other countries? Is our government really helping us? Our government, United States, I'm watching MSNBC or CNN, and our president doesn't even get along well with his own Republican Party. Can you believe that? And that's something the Republican Party always support their Republican president as they did our past Republican, the Bushes, and until Obama became our Democratic president. And they fought Obama for 8 years. Obama still improved our economy. In itself, really helping us? No. So that's why we're building TBC, what I always say, underneath the radar. Okay? We want to lift humanity in the way it should be, not what they say it should be, the status quo should be. Out of people being hungry, out of that poverty where they don't have enough, just barely got enough to survive. And all the misery that's going on, the fighting. See what happens when people are miserable, when people are hungry, they steal. They sometimes kill just to survive. So we want to lift them out of that hunger, poverty, and misery. Next line. May the scales of ignorance fall from each that we touch, and may they embrace a life full of abundance and prosperity as they accept our offer of free membership within the TBC community, or the Billion Coin community, is one and the same. Okay? See, when we're thinking about this here, see, we're not about greed and scarcity. We're about abundance, love and respect, prosperity. Okay? We give a free 25, and you may not know what cookies are in our case, but they're worth money. We're not talking about cookies that you eat, okay? Or internet cookie that leaves, when you go to a site, leaves them know that you've been there. I'm not talking about those cookies. I'm talking about cookies in our case referred to, and it turns into TBC crinkles or coin during our redemption period, which is our next redemption period is November 1st. Okay? That within it, we will enjoy all the benefits of using a completely decentralized cryptocurrency that truly respects the financial privacy. And let's do this. Let's do this here. Let me underline this right here. Financial privacy. But see, our coin is not on the market. It is never will be on the market that goes up and down in value. Our coin is an abundance-based coin. It is not Bitcoin. It won't be traded for Bitcoin. It won't be traded for on the exchanges like Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum and over 1,500 cryptocurrencies. It was never meant to be. Bitcoin, they're still making Bitcoin. It's going to be 21 million Bitcoins made, finished with almost 16 or 17 million already. But get this, our coins are already produced. for someone to purchase until we get to 1 billion members, verified members. So when we talk about financial privacy, we're doing this underneath the radar. We're not going to be put on the market. Let me ask you, is Bitcoin, when Bitcoin was made, it was supposed to be more private. But is it private now? No. Those market-based coins are getting manipulated by what? Guess what? The banking system, the governments. Some governments in some nations around the world don't even want to accept cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. And cryptocurrency is digital currency, digital money. Where our coin is digital money as well. So I'm going to start here. Right here where it says that children respect the financial privacy of each that use it. So while we exchange for goods and services over time, while we already doing it already, but as we do it in a higher multitude over time, essentially what's going to happen is we got to do this in our own economy, our own community. It's not supposed to be spread all over the place yet. See, if we follow the blog, if you become a student of the blog, like I've always said and asked people to do, you will understand that our admin, this blog, is like what Randy said, is like a pace car where it starts ahead of other cars. Admin in this blog is a pace car like. It's like we're trying to get ahead of them, but that's where we're wrong. We're wrong when you do that. When you start having these Facebook groups like TBC Facts, TBC Trade for Bitcoin, all these people are misinformed. They're misinforming people of what our coin is all about. These people are not even following the TBC blog. And the blog is at blog.thebillioncoin.info. This is our main source. This is our food. This is like our Bible of TBC. We need to follow what this mission statement says. Okay? We have to follow what it says. Simply have to follow what it says. You know? It's within our power to bring in merchants of all kinds in every corner of the earth to accept TBC for payment for their goods and services. So guess what? As we bring in merchants over time to accept our coin for full payment for their profits and for their goods and services, they have to know what our coin is about as well. Because we're in a disparate, listen, like Randy said today, we're not a promoter, we're a distributor of our crinkle coin. And I'm going to read something that he said. When I say sometime, and also you hear United Kingdom leader, you know, when they say Gerard Windsor say, you have to know what TBC is, what it isn't, and what your correct role. Your correct role is this essentially. Your correct role as a TBCian, as a distributor, we are compensated for distributing the coin, which is crinkle coin, through the enrollment of new and existing members into the Fast Start system, which essentially is the way to the Fast Start system. is the way to actually cash flow, matter of fact. So existing members, see, we got people out there, like I just pointed out, just doing starting these Facebook groups. They are misinforming people. And when you see 2,000 people, guess what? There are 2,000 people not knowing what TBC really is. Because guess what's happening? They're not reading the blog. They're not becoming a part of the blog. They're not being a student of the blog. The TBC blog I'm referring to. Okay, I'll read on. May the Billion Coin reach its full potential one day when the community grows to 1 billion verified members. Remember, we're moving towards 1 billion verified members. We currently have 3.2, almost 3.3 million members in the Billion Coin worldwide. And 1.4 million of them are Nigerians in their country, in Africa. All right? We have to be mindful of this. Please, people. Please. Please be mindful of this. Please do. Please do. All right. Now, okay. All right. I'm going to read this line again. May the Billion Coin reach its full potential one day when the community grows to 1 billion verified members, locking in the ultimate price to the 1 billion euros per coin. We're no longer euros. Euro is stopped on. We became a grain of gold. So that should be 1 million grains of gold per coin. Our mission is great. Our mission is good. May each of us do our part to fulfill it. But I highlighted financial privacy to let you know that we're doing this in our own community, our own economy, building our own economy with this coin. This is not, will never ever be traded on any exchange on the market, such as the other market-based coins or digital money that's out there with Bitcoin. I'm not here to bash that coin or any other coin on the market side. In fact, you can be very successful with Bitcoin if you know exactly how to manage it. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right? So this is our mission statement. The one thing that's changed is now no longer 1 billion euros. When a person becomes a part of the community, they're now associated, instead of a euro, they're associated with a grain of gold. Now, what so distinguishes gold? What's really known by the grain of gold? But what's really known by the grain of gold, it has stood the test of time. It doesn't dip like fiat money does, such as euros, such as the US dollar. It doesn't drop in value like those commodity money fiats drop like they do. It doesn't drop like fiat money do, should I say. All right. So let me come out of this screen share. So essentially what I'm saying is that we must follow the mission statement. All right. Remember, we are not promoters of this Billion Coin. We are distributors. We get people involved by new members, as well as existing members. We help the existing members because a lot of people out here really don't know. They think they know what the Billion Coin is, and they don't. And they're training people the wrong things. You teach them the fast start system. You give them the $25,000 that's worth over $2,000, and that 25,000 cookies become TBC coin during our redemption period. We run 2 redemption periods per year. They're 6 months apart. And one started in May, and we start another one in November. Okay? But all during this time, we are distributing. Okay? And while we're distributing, we're bringing people on board as we build our community to 1 billion members. And every time someone becomes a part of TBC, we associate a grain of gold with that person. They become a part, we associate another grain of gold to that person. And that's what grows upward our coin. That in a nutshell. That's what it do, right? That right there. So let's be mindful. Let's follow the Fast Start system. Let's follow the mission statement, and we will be fine. Become a student of the TBC blog at blog.thebillioncoin.info. Because I like Randy called it today, it's like a pace car, our blog. And people are trying to go ahead of the blog and misinforming people on the way that should be successful. And they wonder how they're not earning. Because you're not following the system, the Fast Start system. And if you don't understand the Fast Start system step by step, you find a coach like Randy at TBC Randy. He does cash flow coaching starting tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. $10 per week, $40 a month, and $100 for 12 weeks. Trust me, you will not be disappointed when you become a part of that. It's very inexpensive. Listen, if you could go to 1 week of his class and start earning $100 a day, do you think it's worth it? Sure, it's worth it. Sure, it's worth it. Okay? So let's be mindful that we follow the system. I know I say that a lot in my live broadcast, because we got to drive that home to people. So when people see this live broadcast, and I may not have a lot of viewers here today, okay? Thank you, Musa, for being here. All right? Randy did a superb live broadcast today. It was a special one because he never do broadcasts on the weekend. But he said it was just burning on his mind. He just get people propositioning him about TBC. When can you cash it out? It's not big. It's not a market-based coin, people. Stop even using that language. I don't want anybody to even message me that question. Can you trade TBC for Bitcoin? My God, no, you can't. And if you actually become a student of the blog, you would know the answer to that. 9 times out of the 10 of the questions that people ask me from overseas, people from other nations, usually, I refer them to the blog. Those are your own answers. Don't ask me, become a student of the blog. At least do it decency and read it. No, I'm not tech support. Randy's not tech support. Lawrence Malecki or Emek Derek. And no leader, Doc Dan over in the Philippines. We're not tech support. We're not admin. Use the help desk if you have a tech support issue in your critical cash back office. It's there for your purpose. And have a support ticket number, because that number is associated with your issue. Okay? Thank you so much for being here for this live broadcast. I will be here for my live broadcast tomorrow. All right? At 3 o'clock. And remember, I plan to do one each day of next week. Make sure you follow the system, and we'll all be okay. Thank you so much for everyone that's here watching me. I love you all, and goodbye.